Why does the Dutch language have such bizarre quirks? Imagine a language that feels both familiar and strange at the same time. That's what Dutch can be for many learners and even native speakers. Its unique features come from a long, complex history that shaped its sounds, grammar, and vocabulary. The roots of Dutch go back to the early medieval period, around the 5th century, when it developed from Low Franconian, the language of the Western Franks. This was a mix of influences from different Germanic tribes, especially the Saxons and Franks. Over time, contact with North Sea Germanic speakers around 700 C added more layers. Because of this mixing, Dutch kept some old Germanic traits that other languages changed or lost. Dutch evolved through several stages. Old Dutch was spoken from the 5th to the 12th century, then Middle Dutch from the 12th to the 15th century, which saw big vowel shifts and a lot of literary work. Modern Dutch started in the 15th century, and the Statenvertaling Bible in 1637 helped standardize it. But political history slowed things down. When Belgium was under French rule from 1795 to 1814, French influence was strong, making it harder for Dutch to become fully standardized in Belgium. One of the quirkiest parts of Dutch is how it sounds. The A sound, which is almost unique to Dutch, is tricky for learners. It's a diphthong that came from changing the I sound into a no other Germanic language has this exact sound, so it's a special feature. The Dutch alphabet even includes this as the 27th letter. Dutch also has many diphthongs, which are combined vowel sounds, making pronunciation quite distinctive. The way Dutch is spoken varies a lot between the Netherlands and Flanders in Belgium. In the Netherlands, the G sound is strong and the speech is more clipped, while in Flanders, the G is softer and the tone more melodic. When it comes to grammar, Dutch is a bit of a mix. It simplified some German rules by dropping case endings but kept 3 grammatical genders and strong and weak verbs. It also only kept the old genitive case, similar to English. Dutch is famous for creating long compound words, often combining several words into one. For example, Zandsoep means sand soap, but Dutch can make words like Kindercarnavalsooptocht, which means children's carnival parade. Regionally, Dutch varies a lot. In the northern Netherlands, the language is more straightforward, while in Belgium, people use different informal pronouns like gij and g, which are rarely used in the Netherlands. These differences reflected cultural attitudes. Dutch speakers tend to be more direct, while Flemish speakers are softer and more melodic. Dutch vocabulary also shows its history. It borrowed heavily from Romance languages like French and Spanish, especially in Belgium, and from Yiddish through Jewish communities in the Netherlands. Amsterdam developed a slang called bargoens, which includes many Yiddish words. For example, the Hebrew word katan, meaning small, became koter in Dutch slang. Dutch shares over half its words with English because both languages come from the same Germanic roots. But Dutch also has words that are hard to translate, like gezellig, which describes a cozy, friendly feeling unique to Dutch culture. Standardization has been a challenge. The Dutch Language Union now manages language rules across the Netherlands, Belgium, and Suriname. Because of historical and political differences, the language developed in slightly different ways, but today it remains a vibrant mix of old and new influences. All these quirks come from a history of contact, conquest, and cultural exchange, making Dutch a language full of surprises that reflected the region's rich past.